Do you think in Canada, when people say, like, when they hear an American person say reboot, do Canadians think that we mean rebout? Because, they say about, they say it a boot.
The fuck does rebout mean?
It's a gibberish word.
Like
That's
a
probably what the Canadians are thinking,
like,
though.
hey, hey, it's time for a reboot. You better get in there and fucking. Is it like bare knuckle boxing? Like
I, I
it's a
think it's a hockey
rematch,
thing.
a rebout.
I don't know.
A bout is a rebout.
It's another about. You're abouting
It's a boot.
again.
It's a boot.
Yeah,
Do you think they call boots bouts,
they absolutely do.
or do they just like add another O to the boots? They just call them boots.
Put on your boots.
All right.
Just for the record, I have nothing against Canada. I think Canada's great.
I I think they have as much blood on their hands as the United States as far as killing people that were here before. So
Okay, yeah,
fuck
I'll
them.
give you that.
Fuck them all. Fuck them all in their boot holes.
Are we gonna do an intro, or are we just gonna jump right into
I
it?
think we should do an intro. You want to do it this week? I did it last week. You want to take
Yeah,
turns, or I don't give a shit.
yep.
We just need like a couple seconds of silence before and after, so I can edit easily.
Okay. Welcome to part 2 of episode 14, where we are doing a sequel.
Otherwise known as episode 15 of It's Another Podcast, though. Um,
Are we gonna do like a 13th floor elevator thing and like skip um the number 15?
now we already did that with 10.
Well, that's just a lost episode though. We didn't have a good reason. Oh, I guess we did have a good reason. It was a mess. Oh boy.
But I will tell you, and folks listening in, that episode is in the can and ready to go. But you're not going to know when it's going to be released.
It's when you least expect it. Just when your nerves settle back down, bam, and get you. Episode 10. And sneak up right behind you.
The lost episode. Um, you know where I found it?
Where?
It was in the Lost and Found.
That's the first place we should have looked.
Yep, it was there. Anyway, episode 15. Blunders Part 2, right?
Blunders Part 2.
The sequel nobody wanted, but everyone deserves.
Well put. All right.
Let's get into it.
What?
Let's get into this shit. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
All right. There's the first blunder.
We're kicking it right off
Yeah.
with our own.
We
Okay.
fuck it real good.
Yeah. First blunder of the night. Second blunder of the night.
Third now. I think I pooped my pants.
Fourth Fourth blunder of the night, and I just messed up saying blunder. Fifth,
Shit.
fifth blunder of the night. Let's keep it going.
All right, here we go.
Have you ever heard about the 1904 men's Olympic marathon?
No,
Okay,
I
good.
nothing. I have heard nothing about this.
Okay. 1904 in the summer. It took place in the United States, and this marathon specifically took place in St. Louis.
It was an Olympic marathon.
Yep, the men's marathon. Man, it's okay. So apparently, you can change how long a marathon is. So they did a 24.85.
I thought it's
miles.
always like 24 miles because of
almost
the dude that ran it in ancient Greece or something.
Yeah, he ran. Was he running to Marathon or from Marathon? It was the city, right?
Doesn't matter.
No,
does it?
I just wanted to see if you knew.
I don't know. I don't remember.
He was running to Marathon, I think.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
So just one way runner, that guy.
Yeah. Okay, so the 1904 men's marathon was so poorly planned and I should say executed. They set up one station for the runners to drink water.
I'm assuming this was the Summer Olympics, right? Not the Winter Olympics.
This was definitely the Summer Olympics.
Because, running a marathon in the middle of winter in St. Louis could not be fun.
No.
They could have only fucked it up more if they planned it in the winter.
I can't imagine running a marathon in the summer in St. Louis is real great either.
Yeah, it's like hot and swampy as shit as well. Ah, fuck.
They set up
either way, you're
source
fucked.
of water.
Yeah.
At the 11-mile mark, and that was it. So a little less than halfway.
Just one cup of water.
Fuck you.
1 cup of water at the 11-mile mark.
It was 90 degrees that day too.
Which is 1 mile short of the halfway, right? Because a marathon is 22 miles, right?
Yeah, this was just almost 25 miles.
Or 24 miles? I don't remember.
So
I have never run a marathon. Have you?
No, God, no. Maybe I will someday.
I've never run a half marathon.
I've probably walked a marathon over time.
I ran a 5K once when I was in junior high school.
Was a bear chasing you?
No.
Okay, well.
It was the bees.
The bees were chasing it.
Yeah, it's either the bears or the bees, right?
It's one or the other. That's the only reason you could possibly run a 5K. Bears or bees.
So, when your parents pull you aside and, hey, we're going to have a little talk about the bears and the bees. When you're running for no reason, bears or bees are going to chase you.
Always.
And if it's both, well, you're done, kid. We'll get you a nice grave plot next to grandma.
That was sweet of him. So, James E. Sullivan, the chief organizer, his reason for only putting one water station on the route of the Summer Olympics marathon was to conduct research on purposeful dehydration. Some sort of
yeah, right. This guy's name is James E. Sullivan.
That's a very 1904 sounding name.
Yeah, 1904. So yeah, he was probably a spy for the Ottoman Empire or something doing.
I'm picturing Snidely Whiplash with the upturned mustache.
If we
So the
only
marathon-
put out 1 cup of water.
Only 14 of the 32 competitors finished.
Yeah. How many died of dehydration?
None, but it was close. So the guy who won at first, his name was Fred Lors. He had actually dropped out of the race at 9 miles and hitched a ride back to the stadium in a car, waving at spectators and runners alike during the ride. Then the car broke down at the 19th mile. Lors re-entered the race and jogged across the finish line. After
That's
being
how you do
hailed as the
that?
winner, like, man, this guy just ran the fastest damn marathon ever.
Wait, no, that guy won?
Well, so
He got a ride for most of the run, and he won?
at first he was hailed as the winner. He had his photograph taken with Alice Roosevelt, the daughter of President Roosevelt, and was about to be awarded the gold medal when a few people were like, hey, that guy just rode in a car like the whole way. He like friggin' cheated. And upon being confronted by officials, Lors immediately admitted his deception. Like, yeah, okay, I did it. And despite his claims that he was joking,
But he was still going to take the win. What a,
yeah, he was,
what a
nobody
fucking
says anything.
piece of shit.
Yeah. The AAU, whatever association of runners.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got new rules. No more riding in cars. See? Because that's how they talked back then.
Well, that absolutely is how they talked back then.
Yeah.
He got banned for professional. Well, the Olympics aren't professional, so I don't know.
Well, he
was
didn't
banned by
run.
that
He just
association.
he rode in a car. He took a fucking lift.
And then a year later, he won the Boston Marathon. So good
Yeah.
for him. Sometimes cheaters win.
He hitchhiked on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Well, there's no rules about motorcycles, see? Oh, that guy had a good life, just breaking the rules and
just
gaining all the glory.
In his wake,
Yeah,
they just created all sorts of new rules. He was just the loophole guy. Well, there wasn't a rule that said I couldn't hitchhike in a car. There's no rules that say I had to stay on the track and I couldn't cut halfway across.
I took an airplane. See, an
No rule
aeroplane.
about it.
I took one of them newfangled helicopters.
So the guy who ended up actually winning the gold medal, Thomas Hicks, and he was actually also aided by measures that would not have been permitted today. 10 miles from the finish, Hicks led the race by 1.5 miles.
Did he hitch a ride with a forklift?
Yep. No, he had to be restrained from stopping and lying down by his trainers. From then until the end of the race, Hicks received several doses of strychnine.
Wait, no, this guy is like, no, I'm lying down. No, you stand up. And these doctors are just, here, have some of this. See?
Hey, Jimmy, what do you got in your pocket? Some strychnine? Feed it to Tommy. Let's see what it does.
Inject it into his veins. Yeah.
Oh, it was mixed with brandy. Strychnine mixed with brandy.
Right into the veins. Oh, good stuff. And they just kept him running.
He continued to battle on, hallucinating.
I just want to lay down.
Barely able to walk for most of the course. When he reached the stadium, his support team carried him over the line, holding him in the air while he shuffled his feet as if still running.
Oh my god!
They just picked him
So
up.
he's like a
tossed
puppy
him
when you
across
hover
the
them
finish
over a
line.
pool and they like pretend like they're swimming. He's just like kicking his legs, running.
That's exactly what happened. Oh my god. Hicks had to be carried off the track and might have died in the stadium had he not been treated by several doctors. He lost 8 pounds during the course of the marathon.
Fuck, white people suck, dude. Like all these people were white people, I'm assuming, because it was like 1904 and no one could compete unless they were a white person. Because like there are like dudes in fucking South America that like run 50 miles a day for like weeks straight. They can run like hundreds of miles. Yeah. And that's part of what they do, and that's what they've been adapted to do in like the highest climates. But yeah, this is just like white people trying to prove something and just like, he wants to lay down. Shoot him full of rat poison.
And some brandy.
Don't forget the brandy.
All right, so another fatality was William Garcia of the United States. He was found lying in the road along the marathon course with severe internal injuries caused by breathing the clouds of dust kicked up by the race officials' cars. Like this wasn't on any pavement. This is all like dirt roads. And the officials were driving their cars in front of and behind the runners. So there's huge clouds of dust that they're just breathing in every second of this race.
We can't have any hitchhikers, see? We got to make sure that all these guys are running.
So this guy, Enderin Carvajal, joined the marathon, arriving at the last minute after losing all of his money in New Orleans, as you do. He hitchhiked to St. Louis and had to run the event in street clothes.
Wait. Let's just pause there.
Back up?
And back up. Just like I'm just imagining this like late 19th century, turn of the century guy, just like in his fucking Sunday best, like riverboat gambler style.
Mm-hmm. What were those the white? They had the flat brims, the little white hats that looked like they were made out of like styrofoam, even though that wasn't a thing then, but it looks like they were.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the fucking riverboat hats.
Yeah, like
what are
those? Like a 20s thing though, or maybe they had them there.
Yeah,
too.
But no, I'm imagining like a Stetson, like cowboy hat. Maybe like a predecessor to a fedora type hat.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
What were those fucking hats called, though?
Yeah, you got to look it up.
Oh, it's called a riverboat hat.
Okay.
Is the hat that I was thinking of.
How very apt.
It's like, this is what I was thinking of right here. This.
Show me.
This. Can you see it?
No, not yet.
How about now?
Yes, now you are screen sharing. Okay.
This is what I was thinking, like a almost cowboy hat, almost fedora type.
That's like in every Western, any guy who is wearing that hat is like the gambler dude, like the scoundrel.
Yes, the riverboat gambler guy. And it's called...
Okay.
It's called a fucking gambler hat. A riverboat gambler hat. All right. Cool.
Yeah. Almost like only bad guys would wear those hats.
Well, yeah, so this guy lost all his money.
Yeah.
In a riverboat casino. And he's like,
hitchhiked to St. Louis from New Orleans.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to run a marathon.
And he got there just in time to enter the marathon in his street clothes and then he cut the pants of his legs to make them look like shorts. I'm sure he was running like they didn't. I imagined that time there were no comfortable shoes. That just wasn't a thing.
Oh yeah, everything was made out of leather, and like there was no like good rubber
But
insoles or
I'm
anything.
still picturing this guy running in like cowboy boots or something.
Yeah, total shit kickers. This guy's he's running in cut off fucking tweed slacks with shit kickers on and his gambler hat.
Okay, well, it gets better. So, not having eaten in 40 hours because he was hitchhiking, he stopped off in an orchard en route to have a snack on some apple trees. I mean, apples from an apple tree. He didn't eat the actual trees.
But he ate the apples. And
Yeah, which actually turned out to be rotten.
And the seeds have cyanide in them.
The rotten apples caused him to have strong stomach cramps and have to lie down and take a nap.
And here comes the medics. Don't lie down. Don't lie down. Here's some rat poison and here's some brandy.
Despite falling ill from the apples and running in street clothes and cowboy boots and taking a nap, he finished in 4th place.
Not bad. Was that the blunder? Or was the whole thing was just...
The whole thing was the blunder.
This whole thing just reminds me of Balloon Fest 86.
Yeah. It's very similar in that it was poorly thought out and poorly executed.
Good times.
So the also thing about this marathon is that of all the recorded marathons, it has by far the slowest finish time. 30 minutes slower than the second slowest winning time.
Like what's the world record for marathons? I don't even know.
5 minutes. No.
I don't think that's right. You can't run... A human can't run 24 miles.
Human. We're talking about humans. Oh.
You can't run a marathon in 5 minutes.
He didn't specify. I don't know. But,
God damn it, Joe. You got to know these things.
Yeah.
When I ask these questions, how many times have I asked these questions? These are like third order.
5 times. You've asked these questions 5 times.
These are like third order things. Hold on, I'll look it up.
It's good because I got to look up our next story.
The current world record time for men over the distance is 2 hours and 1 minute. Fuck.
Damn, that's fast.
Yeah. Can you imagine running 24 miles in 2 hours?
I can imagine it.
I can't.
I'm going very fast in my imagination.
Oh, it was set by Dennis Kipruto Kemeto of Kenya.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Oh, wait, no. It was Eliud Kipchoge. Is the one.
Where are you getting all these different names from?
I don't know. Google.
All right, that checks out.
Marathon, Wikipedia. Eliud Kipchoge has the current world record.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you were...
Oh, they got it separated by men and women.
What's the woman's record?
The woman's record is 2 hours, 14 minutes, and 4 seconds.
That's goddamn close.
By Brigitte Kosgei. Also from Kenya. They got some runners in Kenya, man.
Oh, yeah. All right, so if you were to build a new new train, a bunch of new trains, right? Um, that were gonna run on your existing train system of tracks. What do you think some of the things are that you would you know look for, or like you don't have to answer on what's
Look for?
yeah, I mean, what would you be
If I
like?
was building, are you talking about like, okay, I got all this money to build
Yeah,
trains.
yeah.
What do
You're
I
gonna
look?
build all these new trains.
You know what I look for is profit. I'm just
Okay.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Um,
I'm just kidding.
you'd probably check to see, that the the tracks would be the wheels would fit on the tracks, right?
Oh, you're talking about like wheel gauges and shit?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like
because
important stuff that would allow the trains to operate on those tracks.
yeah, you got to
Um,
build the right wheel gauges.
height is probably you wouldn't want to build trains that are like 50 feet tall. That wouldn't make any sense.
Nah.
No. Another important thing might be width, you think? Maybe? Because a train
I don't
that's,
know, man. You could probably
uh,
make a real fat fucking train.
well, it's funny because uh, in France, they thought the same thing as you. They were like, let's make these new trains
We will
a little
let
thick.
let this make us fat train. Mm.
And see,
Oh.
that's actually it's like on when it's operating, on the countryside on the tracks. That's not that big of a deal. The part where it becomes real important is the station.
Or when it's like passing another train going the other direction.
That too. So the problem they ran into in France was that they made all these new trains, fancy, sleek looking sons of bitches, and then they were too wide for the platforms.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So like they would come in and just like scrape.
They wouldn't even fit. They couldn't operate at all. I think they got close, or they put it on the track and they're like, oh, wait a second, somebody who's got a ruler, who's got the tape measure on them.
Well, there was like in the United States around the turn of the century, there was like 4 different um wheel gauges, like track widths, depending on which line you were on. So
Oh, that's not good.
so they would have to change the widths of the wheels because you couldn't go on a certain line unless your wheel gauge met the track gauge.
Yeah. So I guess there were some stations that the stations that they measured at were newer ones, but France, there's a bunch of old train stations that are over 50 years old, and none of those the new trains would fit into. A spokesman for the RFF confirmed they had discovered the problem a bit late, which is unfortunate.
Like, how do you not discover that when you're in the blueprint stage?
Yeah. The transport minister, Frederic Cuvillier, I nailed that pronunciation, blamed an absurd rail system, blamed an absurd rail system for the problems. When you separate the rail operator from the train company, this is what happens. Man, it cost them whole bunch
This
of
is
money.
what
20 billion.
happens. This is what happens when you do not listen to the conductor.
50 million euros it's going to cost them.
Oh, this is recent.
Yeah, well, like 2015, 2014, actually.
So, yeah, really
They're probably
recent.
still trying to fix it.
It's like, yeah, we figured out fucking trains 100 years ago, and they fucked this up 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Good job, France.
Whoops. No, here's what there's one I didn't get to last week. You ever do the thing where you mix up the first letters of two words?
No,
It happens to
never.
me all the time. There's a word for it.
Never.
I don't remember it. Well,
Never. My brain is perfect. It never fucks up, ever.
I'm so happy for you that you have such a perfect brain. That was sarcasm right there.
Oh, was that? Is that sarcasm? Yeah. I didn't know.
I thought
maybe
my
brain isn't as perfect as I thought it was.
Wait, was that sarcasm? Were you being sarcastic there?
Oh, is it?
Oh, are we just doing sarcasm?
Do you want to go down this road for the rest of the fucking podcast? Do you want to?
No.
Oh, well, my brain doesn't even know what sarcasm is, okay? I got hit in the head with a golf ball when I was 12.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I don't think you are.
So did I.
I don't think you did. I think you're lying.
Maybe I am. What?
But if you're not, I'm sorry for your injury.
What's happening? My internet took a shit for a minute there while you were making fart noises. So what I was going to talk about was some poor sucker at the Japanese company Mizuho Securities, who in 2005, that's right. Yeah, 2005, he was doing some day trading, and he mixed up one share at 610,000 yen for 610,000 shares for 1 yen.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wonder if he got fired for doing that.
No,
they
that is
scrambled to undo that. No. But it went through.
No, that's a definite seppuku moment right there.
Yeah. There's no.
That's a big fuck up.
Takesies backsies right there.
Oh man. Did he commit seppuku?
No idea, because he's never identified. So yes. Or
man. Jeez.
He was strongly encouraged to commit seppuku. That was a little short one. I don't know much about that, except for just that little part. I have no further information.
Oh man. Yeah, that guy definitely seppuku'd for sure.
Yeah.
That's a big fuck up. Like when it comes to like fucking a bunch of other people's money on the line. Yeah, that's a big fuck up.
Whoops. Do you remember?
Like, sorry, boss. I'll do better next time.
I get a mulligan, right?
He's like, well, I'm not your boss anymore. Like you
can just call me Fred now.
The shareholders are a completely different board of people now. By the way, here's a little knife.
Do with that what you will.
I'm not saying you have to do anything, but please go get a towel from HR before you, do what you're gonna do.
Before
do the needful, please.
Yeah. Do you feel like that? What do we call them? Big soda? The
big soda
company, Coca-Cola, and
Arm
Pepsi
and Hammer,
and
baking soda.
They're owned, I'm sure, by huge conglomerates and stuff. But do you remember how big of a deal soda was in the 80s. They're like the unquestioned kings.
Well, it was. I think it had to
of
do
business.
a lot. It had to do with the Cold War, Soviet Union, like glasnost. They were like letting like Western influence into the Soviet Union. I think that had a big role in it. Is this what we're talking about?
No,
Oh,
no, that was the prelude leading into the debacle that was New
hey,
Coke.
remember when Coca-Cola had heroin in it?
That wasn't a blunder.
I don't think it ever had heroin in it.
That was cocaine.
It had cocaine in it, though.
The cocaine.
Dude, you guys
Do you remember
remember?
the
You guys remember
absolute,
fucking Coke back in the day? It was fucking had Coke in it, bro. It was
No, I don't remember
blue.
I wasn't around then. But yeah, we're going to talk about New Coke,
Okay,
which did not have cocaine in it. It
wasn't
was 1985. It might have sold better.
wasn't Bill Cosby the spokesman for it? But
Oh,
he's like,
God, was he?
I think so.
You're probably right.
This was before the Jello pudding and the pudding pops.
That was when was the Jello pudding thing? Late 80s, early 90s?
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember what year it was. I just remembered that it was a thing.
Yeah. Cosby Show, that was late 80s through the 90s too.
Mm-hmm. The best part about it is like during that whole time, Bill Cosby was raping women.
God.
That wasn't a good thing.
What a
God, I feel like an asshole
horrible
for making that joke.
fucking monster. He still has people who defend him, though.
Room. I have some. I got this thing. It's called Coke. It's the new Coke.
Yeah. So by 1985, Coca-Cola had been losing market shares to diet soft drinks and non-cola beverages for quite a while. And blind taste tests indicated that consumers seemed to prefer the sweeter taste of rival Pepsi Cola. And so the Coca-Cola recipe was reformulated. However, the American public's reaction to the change.
Hey, can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah, you already did.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to do this. Interrupt you.
Please do.
Just shut the fuck up and listen.
What is so important?
Introducing the great new taste of Coca-Cola. The
You
best
drink it then?
tasting Coke in the history of ever. It's a hit. It's a Coke. Coke is it. It's Coca-Cola with a new taste, a new sensation, a new explosion of wonderfulness in your mouth. Go ahead, try it. It's just how you feel when you know it's real. We've got the
I
taste.
did not like that commercial.
That was it. Yep, Bill Cosby endorsed the
With
new...
the understatement and subtlety that show.
Shut up. Shut up, Morley Safer. No one's going
He's
to know
always
who that
talking.
is. No one's going to know who Morley Safer is.
No.
It's awesome. Or,
Yeah, it did not go well. The whole new Coke thing. I remember it. Were you like a Coke family or a Pepsi family?
I don't know. I like Dr. Pepper growing up as a kid.
Huh.
And then I
Interesting.
think Dr. Pepper got bought out by Coke at some point in the 80s.
We
So,
were I remember my dad strongly encouraging us to not drink Pepsi, to drink Coke. It's absolutely crazy to me that we would have like soda loyalties.
It's all the same shit, though.
Yeah,
It's like Pepsi and Coke are the same fucking thing. It's just sugar water.
Yeah, it's really bad for you too. Like really, really bad.
Do you think that's where like the Team Red and Team Blue came from? Coke and Pepsi?
Could be. I mean, they had a lot of like rival commercials and stuff and talking shit about each other, and it was the red and blue.
Because
Pepsi,
back in the day,
red
like
Coke.
the Pepsi can was a white can with a logo on it.
It still had blue though in it.
It had
was
blue,
red, white,
but it
and
also
blue.
had red in it too. It had
Yeah.
all of the colors of America. So there's that.
So the new Coke went over so poorly within 3 months. They had rebranded the Coca-Cola Classic. and
Yeah,
brought
they
it
had
back.
to reintroduce the old formula, and they called it Coca-Cola Classic. I couldn't tell you what the reformulated one tasted like. I think what they did is they did less sugar or something in there,
I think it was more.
or
It was
more
like sweeter.
sugar. Okay, so it probably
Or
tastes.
they were using high fructose corn, or started using high fructose corn syrup.
And that's what they use in the original anyway. Now. So yeah, I don't know if I can classify that as a blunder. I think that's more of a corporate marketing hiccup.
Whatever.
Maybe.
I don't
But
care.
when you get this guy to endorse your product,
Introducing the great new taste of Coca-Cola. The best tasting Coke in the history of ever. It's a hit. It's a
he's
Coke.
like drinking it,
Coke is
and he cannot.
Coca-Cola with a new taste,
stomach
a new
it.
sensation, a new
Imagine a monster
He has
like
a pained- he has a
Bill
pained
Cosby
expression.
drinking the soda, and he's like, "Oh, I cannot keep it down. I need to go rape somebody."
Wonder how many takes he did where he just spit it out.
All right, good one.
Next. Okay. Early 90s.
Do we got another one from Australia?
I don't think I have any more Australian ones.
Can we just like put the ultimate blunder at the end being Australia?
Hey, give him a break. I like Australia, I guess. I don't know. So the British division of the Hoover Company, the vacuums.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dam company.
Yeah, the British division of the Hoover Dam in the early 90s had a marketing promotion run.
It was made by Hoover, Herbert Hoover, right? The president, the vacuum company, and the dam.
Just the vacuums, not the dam.
Oh, shit.
I might have had that backwards.
Oh, the dam was named after J. Edgar Hoover.
It absolutely was.
Not Herbert Hoover, the sucky guy.
Yes, it was named after the FBI director, not the president.
Yeah, that guy made the vacuums. He sucked.
Herbert Hoover made the vacuums.
Yes.
J. Edgar built the dam himself.
It's ironic when you think about like Hoovervilles, like just clapboard shacks made in the dirt were named after the same guy that invented the thing that cleans carpets and was also a president.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's a little bit of irony in there.
All right. Sorry. I'm
early
done.
90s.
Hey, I'm done goofing around. Wait, am I?
I hope not. We still got a couple stories left.
No, I'm pressing my finger up to my ear. I'm listening. Yeah, no. Okay, we're done. We're done with that.
Okay. During the global recession of the early 1990s, the Hoover Company offered 2 complimentary round-trip plane tickets to the United States to any customer.
This is
purchasing at
this
least
is the vacuum company, not the damn company.
They're a damn vacuum company.
Well,
No, just a vacuum company.
it's
just
two
Hoover
different things.
vacuums.
But there's Hoover
Nothing-
Dam. Were
Yeah,
the tickets?
I can see how that's confusing because
wait,
they
wait,
have the same name.
wait. Were the tickets to Hoover Dam?
Yeah, all of them were directly.
all
they just
Expenses prize.
pushed you out
tickets
with
to
a
Hoover
parachute
Dam.
on right over the Hoover Dam, and they said, "Good luck, get out." All right, so if you bought 100 pounds
of marijuana.
Hoover products, because it's in England, they have pounds in England.
Now they have kilos in England.
This is going to be difficult.
Wait, are you talking about currency or weights?
Currency. We're talking about currency.
Okay, yeah, they have pounds.
Yeah. So if you bought 100 pounds worth of Hoover products, you would get 2 free tickets to the United States. I guess they thought no one would want to go to the United States. I don't know why.
Well, because they like fucking kick you out of a plane over Hoover Dam
Don't threaten me with a good time.
without a parachute.
Hell yeah. I don't need a parachute.
Are you one of them extreme sports guys, Joe?
So extreme. I'm so extreme. I don't even need the plane or the parachute or any like a motorcycle or a skateboard. I'm so extreme that I don't even do it. That's how extreme I am.
I just lay in
Back
bed
around,
all day.
full circle.
I just imagine it. Yeah, that's how extreme I am.
Yeah. I'm so extreme, I don't even like Mountain Dew.
Hey, you got a brain?
But are you actually asking me? I think so.
No. Are you that extreme? You don't even have a brain anymore?
No, I'm not quite that extreme.
What
Remember
if-
when everything
What
was
if it's
super
in
extreme?
a jar of Mountain Dew, code red?
Okay, I'm in.
Yeah. This week's podcast brought to you by Mountain Dew Code Red.
What happened to our fish pudding sponsor? Did they drop us?
Grandma Betty's, no, unfortunately, like many small businesses these days, Grandma Betty's was forced to close operations this week.
Bummer.
Yeah, and yeah, fish pudding. If you have some fish pudding,
I've been living off of it.
you're not supposed to eat it, dude. Remember, we talked about this
can't
last
stop.
time.
I cannot stop. I have a problem.
Okay, well, you know what they say, like, if you look at the back of it, if you start growing fins, consult your doctor. Are you growing fins, Joe?
Not yet.
All right, yeah, you're fine. You should be fine.
Good. I'm not going to worry about it then. So, in a very predictable outcome, consumer response was much higher than the company anticipated, with many customers buying the minimum 100 pounds of Hoover products to qualify.
What would that get you? 100 pounds of Hoover products.
I don't know, a small vacuum.
Damn it, Joe.
Prob-
See,
probably a
these are the
decent
questions
vacuum.
that I ask. We talked about this.
I haven't had time to change my answer.
Okay, so a small vacuum.
That's what we're gonna go with. We'll say a decent vacuum.
A child's vacuum, the one that doesn't do shit, but it like makes
a pretty good vacuum.
make the balls pop up in the dome.
Yeah, that's what it'll get you. You push it around and little balls pop around inside the little chamber.
He goes, okay.
So
Okay, no, I'm with you now. I'm with you.
So Hoover, they canceled it, not immediately, but pretty quick. But a lot of people already bought the products and filled in forms, applying for millions of pounds worth of tickets.
They're like, where's my free trip to the dam? I heard I was getting booted out of a plane over Hoover Dam. That's my English housewife accent.
It was brilliant. Yeah, it sunk them. They had all sorts of protests and legal actions against them, and that led to the loss of Hoover's royal warrant. Whatever the hell that is. What is a royal warrant?
Isn't that?
I'm gonna look this one up.
That's like a proclamation from the Queen, right?
I'm so glad that you happen to know.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I thought you were looking it up.
I'm so happy that I'm getting sarcastic again. Great. Anyway, you're totally right. That's what a royal warrant is. And they lost it. And they got sold to a competitor. Candy. This is candy vacuums.
Oh, yeah. I remember them. Those candy vacuums.
Yep.
In merry old England. Well, this is fun, isn't it?
I'm having a good time.
I'm having a great time.
Good. Yeah, we're all having a good time. Great. All right. You might be familiar with this one, being somewhat familiar with video game world.
I like turtles. I like turtles. I like turtles. Sorry, go ahead.
You remember John Romero and Daikatana?
George Romero?
No.
Night of the Living. Oh, John Romero. Yeah. He's gonna make you his bitch. Is what was the tagline on the Daikatana, right? But that game never came out.
Not officially. I think anyone who played it said it was just a total pile of shit. Yeah, he hyped it up big time. I was gonna say something else, and then I forgot what it was. I hate it when that happens. Anyway, what was the game that he did? Oh, now I remember what I was going to talk about. He's the guy that they made fun of in Grandma's Boy, right? The dude who
the nerd
made
guy,
the robot noises.
Yeah,
wore sunglasses all the time.
I'm gay.
That character was a total send up of John Romero, right? Like the isolated genius who couldn't be troubled at all.
But he couldn't do anything after that, right?
Yeah.
Or he did. No, he didn't. See, now I'm thinking of other things that got fucked up. Like good things that were good for a while, but then they got fucked up. By money.
Oh, that's
by money.
That's like everything.
Speaking of money, please contribute to our Patreon page. Patreon.com/IAPT. Feel free to subscribe to any tier. And also go to YouTube. Like and subscribe. Smash that bell. We're there as well.
I was going to talk about Daikatana, but I don't feel like it now.
Oh, come on, man.
Nah, it's fucking dumb. Go watch a documentary about it. I don't know. I don't care.
Ugh.
Hey.
What? I didn't discourage you this time, did I? I was being a little fucking punk.
Oh no, you're fine.
Okay.
I got discouraged all on my own.
All right.
It happens.
Oh, I was thinking of also lame dudes that made video games. What's his name?
There's a lot.
Fucking Lord British. I forget his name. He's the first guy that went to space, but he has, like, you look at him and he looks like a fucking virgin that has like a Padawan braid, like from Star Wars, but it's like 3 feet long.
Oh my god, yeah. Who is that? Oh, geez, so cringy.
Yeah, his name is Lord British on Ultima.
That's his actual. I thought you were just making up a nickname for him.
No, that's his handle on Ultima Online.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the guy. He made Ultima.
Yeah, I don't know his actual name. I can't remember it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fuck Daikatana. Let's talk about this.
All right, wait. We're gonna look it up.
Who's gonna do it first? I'm doing it on my phone, and I already screwed up the spelling twice. So.
Oh no. His name is, I don't know. I'm on the homepage. Contact. Yeah, we'll go to contact. Can we email
Richard
him?
Garriott?
Richard Garriott. That is it. If you pull up a fucking picture of the dude, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. He's got a little rat tail thing.
He's been a fucking Jedi Padawan for the last 40 years.
That's unfortunate.
But I guess he went to space.
Good for him. But sports. You care about sports blunders?
We're gonna talk about 10-cent beer night.
Let's talk about 10-cent beer night. I wasn't gonna, but hell yeah.
That's a sports blunder.
10-cent beer night.
Fucking those Cleveland dudes, man. It's like as soon as they started running out of beer, they started just fucking chucking like D-cell batteries onto the field.
Yeah, Cleveland.
Just think of how bad that would hurt. Just like a D-cell just being flung from the fucking nosebleeds onto the field. And then just like a hailstorm of D-cell batteries coming at you.
Where do they do that? They do that at soccer games in South America somewhere, like Colombia or Ecuador, one of those.
Yeah, D-cells are not very common here anymore, but in the fucking late 70s, early 80s, man, those things were just like, well, fuck it. Empty my flashlight, fill my pockets with some D-cells.
Go to the Cleveland Indians baseball game for 10-cent beer night.
What do you mean there's no more beer?
Yeah. Tuesday, June 4th, 1974.
Uh-oh. Is this in Cleveland too?
Yeah, in Cleveland. Cleveland Stadium against the Texas Rangers.
Why is it always Cleveland?
It's the name, the mistake on the lake didn't just come out of nowhere.
It's true. All their rivers are flammable.
The idea behind the promotion was to attract more fans to the game by offering 12 fluid ounce cups of beer for just 10 cents.
Oh, we're talking about 10-cent beer night. I thought we were talking about something different.
No, we're still on 10-cent beer night. We're gonna get deep into it.
You said sports blunders, and I brought up 10-cent beer night. I thought you had
another just a real quick like sports rush, well, sports blitz, and just throw a whole bunch of quick 1-sentence stories at you. But we're doing this instead.
Yeah, let's hear it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's already been done, and better
I mean-
by others, but yeah, let's do it. I fucking love this story.
Yeah. So normally they were 65 cents, which, man, for beer is really cheap. But then it's like you could buy a house for like $2.
Well, this was
Car-
this was in the early 80s, right? Or late 70s?
74.
Oh, mid 70s. So like 65 cents for a beer was like outrageous.
Yeah.
But that's stadium prices for you.
When you went to go buy a car in 1974, they gave you like $10. That's how much it costs. A Snickers bar was
Blue Book value
negative
for that 1963 Buick is $2.40.
Yep. But everyone, you only made like half a cent an hour in the salt mines.
But here we go.
Yeah. So
Cleveland
They had
thought it would be a great idea on a Tuesday
yeah.
to do 10-cent beer night.
Yep. There was supposed to be a limit of 6 beers per purchase.
Per purchase.
Yeah.
Not 6 beers per person,
No.
but per purchase.
Wait, this is a weird sense. But then I guess there was no limit. Oh, there's no limit on the number of purchases made during the game. So you can go and get 2 and come back, get another 2.
Yeah, and
The only limit was 6 at a time.
And by the second inning, all of the fucking concession stands had run out of beer.
During the game, fans became heavily intoxicated, culminating in a riot in the 9th inning. Man, they just stewed for like 7 innings, just getting angry,
Talk about
already drunk.
Talk about hucking the fucking D cells. That's my favorite part of the story.
I got to scroll down for that. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. Maybe you can edit out on this empty air.
It's fine. I think this one's gonna be a fun one to edit. I think.
Ranger baseman Mike Hargrove was pelted with hot dogs and spit, and at one point was nearly struck by an empty gallon jug of Thunderbird.
A gallon jug of Thunderbird.
The Rangers later argued a call in which Lee was called safe. I forget which Lee that is, but called safe in a close play at third base, spiking Jenkins with his cleats in the process and forcing him to leave the game. The Rangers' angry response to this call enraged Cleveland fans, who again began throwing objects onto the field. Someone tossed lit firecrackers into the Rangers' bullpen. In the bottom of the ninth, the Indians managed to rally, tying the game 5-5, and had Rusty Torres on second base representing the potential winning run. However, with a crowd that had been drinking heavily for 9 innings, the situation finally came to a head.
Did they talk about when the concession stands ran out of beer and they had to drive the beer trucks onto the field?
After the Indians had managed to tie the game, a 19-year-old fan named Terry Yurkic ran onto the field and attempted to steal Texas outfielder Jeff Burrows' cap. Confronting the fan, Burrows tripped. Thinking that Burrows had been attacked, Texas manager Billy Martin charged onto the field with his players right behind, some wielding bats. A large number of intoxicated fans, some armed with knives, chains, and clubs fashioned from portions of stadium seats that they had torn apart, surged onto the field, and others hurled bottles from the stands. 200 fans surrounded the 25 Rangers, with more fans coming. Realizing that the Rangers' lives might be in danger, Cleveland manager Ken Aspromonte ordered his players to grab bats and help the Rangers, attacking the team's own fans in the process. Rioters began throwing steel folding chairs, and Cleveland relief pitcher Tom Hilgendorf was hit in the head by one of them. Hargrove, after subduing one rioter in a fistfight, had to fight another on his way back to the Texas dugout. The two teams retreated off the field through the dugout in groups, with players protecting each other. The teams fled into their clubhouses and closed and locked the doors. The crowd pulled up and stole the bases and anything else it found. Rioters threw a vast array of objects, including cups, rocks, bottles, batteries from radios, hot dogs, popcorn containers, and folding chairs. Umpire crew chief Nestor Chilak, realizing that order would not be restored in a timely fashion, forfeited the game to Texas. He too was a victim of the rioters, as one struck and cut his head with part of a stadium seat, and his hand was cut by a thrown rock. He later called the fans uncontrollable beasts and stated that he'd never seen anything like that would happen, or like what had happened, except in a zoo. I don't know what zoos he's going to. I kind of want to see a zoo riot.
Yeah, but they
safe
drove the
distance.
beer trucks onto the field to try to satiate the bloodlust, and all they ended up doing was destroying the beer trucks.
The rioting continued for 20 minutes as Joe Tate and Herb Score called the riot live on radio. I wonder if there's a recording of that.
Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep reading.
Score mentioned the security guard's inability to handle the crowd. Tate said, this is absolute tragedy. The Cleveland Police Department finally arrived to restore order, arresting 9 fans. Indian players escorted the Rangers to the team bus.
I've got something.
One of the craziest, most ridiculous disasters in human history just so happened to take place at a Major League Baseball game. It's well documented that 10-cent beer night is a lesson both in how to not set up a game day promotion and in what an angry mob is capable of. But if this is your first time learning about what happened here,
I don't want to hear any of that.
Yeah, that's... I'll find something better. Hold on.
So Tim Russert, the NBC newscaster, was at the time a student at the Cleveland Marshall College of Law, and he was at the game. Later on, he on Meet the Press, he recalled, "I went with $2 in my pocket. You do the math."
That's 20 beers.
You did the math. Congratulations.
I did the math.
I'm so glad you can do basic math.
Oh, wait. What's this?
So happy for you, Mike.
What's this?
Beer. How much? Years later, our mayor, Ralph Perk, his hair caught fire. Hell, everything was catching fire.
No, that's not it. I'll find something.
Beer. How much would you be willing to pay for a beer at the ballpark? $6, 8, 10? Well, what if it was 10 cents? That happened in Cleveland 40 years ago this week when one such promotion went terribly wrong. Here's Bob Golick to present this week's Sports Center featured story, presented by Verizon.
It's too bad there's not the original radio.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. This is like
I guess
Sports
it probably wasn't
Center or some
recorded.
shit.
Ray and Saved by the Bell, and beer. Now, when I was growing up,
All right. Well, enough from me. Sorry.
That's right.
Go ahead.
No, I was waiting for you to finish. We can do a sports rush. You want to do that?
Sports Rush.
I'm gonna sound like really sad music under it.
Okay.
Sports Blitz 2020. Okay, here Here we go.
This is all you. I'm muting. You're gonna do sports blitz. Go.
Yep. Jose Canseco pitches, blows out his elbow. Mike Ditka bets the house on Ricky Williams. Babe Ruth traded the Yankees. 1956 World Series, 10th inning of Game 6. Red Sox lose first base. Bill Buckner lets the ground go between his legs. Vikings trade Cowboys for Herschel Walker. Draft picks eventually help Cowboys win a bunch of Super Bowls.
And that's sports blitz.
Wait, the Cowboys won a bunch of superb owls? I never heard about that.
Yeah, they got him in a cage in Dallas somewhere.
They're just really great owls.
They're great. I mean, like when you see them, they're like, oh, they look at you and they don't judge you. They're just like, yeah, man, just come chill.
Very superb.
Anyway, that's episode 15 of It's Another Podcast, though. Join us next week for some scares and some surprises. Maybe some laughs along the way.
If we're lucky.